Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. I've just received some Happymail. I haven't done it yet. I know the writing though, I know it's from Sue, so I'm really excited, and I'm just going to remove the packaging and we'll jump right in. Okay, so I'm loving, I've not looked inside yet, but I'm loving the way she's wrapped it in a couple of file folders, because we all use these, don't we? we love them, and so these are brilliant. Just to oh wow, just to start off, a couple of file folders that are this lovely craft card colour is just perfect. So thank you, because I love using them, I really do, and yeah, they're just brilliant. So you've really spoiled me, but I've got a little card here that I will read. Oh look, that is gorgeous. Leave a little sparkle wherever you go. I'm going to read what's inside after. Oh, and put everything in this lovely big bag. This is amazing. I love anything like this. I keep them all bits in them. I like gifting them, storing things in certain categories. These bags make storing things beautiful, you know. I love anything like that, and oh, thank you my darling. I love this. I'll treasure it. Oh wow, everything looks nice and Christmassy. Oh love, look, she sent me a couple of embossing folders, which that is really spooky, because I just did some embossing last night, getting ready for doing bits like this. So let's start with this first, and it's all tied up lovely. Oh, ta-da! Oh wow, look at all this lovely, it's like you preempt all of my projects, what I'm going to be doing next, and send me everything perfect for that project, which yeah, is just brilliant. Oh Sue, thank you so much. Look at all these lovely papers. And I'm sure it was when I did my little organisation that I said I don't really have really any Christmas papers. I thought when I was trying to look for them for that, I didn't hardly have any. I had much less than I thought, because I'd obviously used them all. And so this is perfect. Oh, there's so many different ones. Oh, thank you, love. Oh, I'm so excited, because yeah, these are just perfect for my next couple of projects, which is brilliant. Oh, and she knows I love a napkin. Who don't? Who don't? I mean, I am sometimes worried that I'm being a bit repetitive of the amount of decoupage I do with napkins, but I absolutely love how they can transform something. So it really, I find it brilliant for that, you know, napkins. And so yeah, I'm always looking for like pretty ones. Oh, look at these, look at them. Oh, have I got it handy? I just want to show you, because right, I'm just going to look where I've put something. You're not going to believe how in sync our minds are, right? This is the napkin I've just seen with my eyes for the very first time. This is my Christmas face mask that I've treated myself to. Look at the similarity, like with the little gnomes, obviously Santa in the middle, but like with the little elves or gnomes, what you want to call them, and these here like Santa. That is just uncanny, isn't it? I love those. Oh, they are beautiful. Oh, and well, look, there's two different images. That one and that one. Look, oh, that's brilliant. Yeah, look, they've got different hats on. Oh, that is so cool, because normally you either get one image 4 times, or just a repeat, like a whole. So like this is the same thing all the way. But yeah, there's 2 different images on there. So, oh, they are wicked. Oh, I love them. Oh, thank you. Oh, and look at this one. Sheet music. Oh, that's like that is wicked. That's unbelievable. Oh, I love that. Never see... now and again I have a good find with napkins, but oh, that's amazing. Oh, and I love using a bit of sheet music anyway, but sheet music napkin is like, that's like the holy grail, isn't it? Like, oh, thank you, they're so lovely. Oh, some beautiful, beautiful envelopes. Oh wow, and these big ones as well. Oh yeah, we've got a lot of Christmassy things coming here. Oh, thank you, they're wonderful. Really, really wonderful. Oh, and now we can look at the little bits. Oh, she sent some more of them gorgeous gems. I absolutely love these. I really do. They are so beautiful. I actually used a couple in, I think, my last video, and or the one before last, and look, they're just, you can sew them on or glue them on, and they are absolutely beautiful little rhinestones. I am in love with them. They are, oh, I'm dropping them, but yeah, they really do make something so lovely and blingy. Oh look, we've got some lovely ribbons here, and I love these as well. They're beautiful colour blue, aren't they? Really lovely. Tell you what, they'd be lovely with like a Amy did a kit last winter, and it was all like blues and that, and yeah, these will be perfect for that. Oh, I can't wait. All the little ideas going through my head. Oh, these are just lovely. Oh, beautiful. And they look really Christmassy as well, don't they? And look, there's some more here. Oh, I love that shade of green. That is really lovely. Oh, how beautiful. Oh, thank you, sweetie. These are so lovely. You send me stuff that you know I will love to use. Let's have a look in here. And, oh, look, little penguin. Oh, how lovely. Oh, look, they're all different. Oh, these are so cute. Look, Santa and Rudolph. We've got Santa there. Oh, these are lovely. Look, a pair of penguins. Oh, they're just beautiful. Oh, look. Another one on his own like that. Oh, these are lovely. I adore them. Oh, look. We've got a snowman there. Oh, look. We've got a penguin carrying a Christmas tree. Oh, wow. These are awesome. Oh, these are so lovely. Oh, bless. Oh, I can't wait to use these. These are lovely. I'll have to save some though. I won't use them all because, yeah, they are beautiful. And I so need Christmassy things right now, you know, with the season changing and that. And, yeah, there's just... You think to yourself, oh, what have I got? And I got out my stuff, and yeah, I so need little bits and pieces. Oh, and look at this little papers pad. I love that, the real wood look. That's like the floor in my living room. Oh, look. Oh, look at the tartan. That is beautiful, and that deep red. Oh, look at that. It's like a Christmas jumper. Oh, these are lovely. Oh, look. And then we've got another, like, Christmas jumper. Oh, and then I've missed out them baubles. Look at those. And then this lovely, dark, deep green. Really rich looking. Oh, I love it. Oh, more wood. Oh, beautiful. And what's the next green one? Like another knit, like cable knit sweater. Oh, these are adorable, Sue. Thank you so much. Oh, look, more baubles. Oh, and another really rich red. That is gorgeous. Oh, look, again, the jumper. And baubles. What we got? Lovely, like ivory, looks like paper, like kind of crinkled paper. And another dark green. Oh, that is beautiful. And then lovely Christmas colours in these triangle patterns. That is beautiful. Oh, Sue, thank you, sweetie. I love that. And then I've got some glue sticks as well, which is brilliant because we always need them. Oh, thank you, darling. And then, oh, wow. Let's look. We've got some Christmas charms. And, oh, there's so many different ones. Oh, that's Santa. Yeah, look. Oh, there's so many. Oh, Sue, thank you so much. These are brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, thank you, my love. I'm so grateful. Oh, I've got to do something, can I? I've got to sit down and think what I'm going to do, and I'll be back in just a moment. Before I go any further, I just got another delivery, and from Sue still, and look, it's a little elephant. I looked everywhere for one of these, and I couldn't find one anywhere, and like I've said before, it's like she can read my mind because yeah, I looked everywhere, and this is absolutely beautiful. So even though the other journal's finished, and after this I'm going to film a flip through, I'm going to make one more thing just so I can use the elephant. So thank you, Sue, my lovely. I so appreciate this. I really did look everywhere and couldn't find one. So yeah, that is brilliant. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. You're so kind and wonderful. So I'm going to use a few bits of this paper, lovely gorgeous Christmas paper that I've received from Sue. And what I thought was, we just had a conversation, and we was talking about going back into lockdown and all of this, because the rules keep changing near enough daily, week in, week out, there's something else. And so we were saying about, hopefully, fingers crossed, we won't be having a lockdown Christmas, so that we're not, like, that we can't see our grandkids and things like that. So I thought, with one of the file folders and some of these lovely Christmas papers, we'd make like a kind of little mini album, mini journal type folio, just a small one, so that we can either, if we're not seeing our kids or even our grandkids over Christmas, or even if we are, I thought we can, if we're seeing them, we can take pictures and whatnot and put it in this little folio kind of thing. And if you are away from your family, either due to corona or for any other reason, if you're not seeing your friends and family, like your loved ones, whoever it may be, they can email you photographs that they take, and you can print them off and put them in your little thing and that, you know. So that's what we're going to do. So let's get started. First of all, right, I think, yeah, I'm going to work out the folds in a second, but I think I want that at the bottom. It's a kind of little tab. So roughly, I think I'm just going to cut this in half, or a bit smaller than half. And yeah, let's see how tall. Not really massive. About there probably. Right, so let's see. I've got it straight. Yep. Right. Right. So this is going to be our thing. Now I know quite a few people, before they did junk journals and that, did like mini albums and whatnot. I know I've heard Amy talk about them a few times and that. She did actually make me a little thing, either last Christmas or the Christmas before, something a bit like what I'm going to do now. But I wanted to put a few pages in this so it can be journaled in, as well as just a few bits where we can put a photo. So, right, we've got our nice fold there. So I think, you know, like on these folders, you get another crease. I just think I'm going to follow that. It's usually 1/2 inch. And that'll be one of our little spines. Right, what did I just do here? And, yeah, I'm just going to work out how we're going to have it. Now, fold that back, or make me have a little spine over here. Let me have a think. I better get a ruler as well, because we'll have to measure, and I'm normally a winger rather than a measurer. I'm the same with recipes. I normally just judge it, go by eye. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it's takeaway night. Right, so I've got my ruler, and right, from there to, from that crease, let's see. I think I'm going to score at 4 and 4.5. We'll see. Hopefully that will fold nicely. So let's just try and get ourselves on a groove. That, I wonder if we come round and put that there. Does that line up? 4 and 4.5? Or was we going from that fold? Right. I need to remeasure. Right, so coming from that way. Yeah, I went at 4 and 4.5. So let's pop that there. And 4.5, right. Oh, I'm using all the bone folders, isn't I? Right, so that's our first one. Let's get rid of the little marks. And if you ain't got a file folder, just make it with what you've got. Scrapbook paper, or craft cards, or yeah, whatever you've got. Score there. Right, so we've got that will be overlapping down, and so here we want to come in just short of there. So I'm just making a little mark so I know where to score again. Right. And this bit, so that will be there. Folding in like that. Once that's up, that'll fold nicely. And this one, I'm going to chop the end off there. So I want that pretty much meeting that fold, or that crease rather, which works out at there. So I'm going to chop that off, and we'll see what we're left with. Right, I'm just making sure I've got my little mark visible. And right, let's see. Right, so yeah, we've got our little bit there, and bit there. We've got our two things, and then this comes out again. Right. So now with our bit we've cut off, and I'm probably going to need some craft card as well. I need to cut and make some little flaps for photos to go on. So I'm going to have some coming off that spine and some off that one. So, let's see. I could just cut this in half to make my first ones with. So I'm going to do that. And or offset. So one a bit bigger than the other, I think will be better. Just than the same level. So that'll be the size of one flap and our other flap, and we can sort of have them going over each other. So they've both got to be, that's 3 3/4. So they've got to be just under that. Both of them, so we'll make the mark there. So maybe, right, was it 3 3/4? Yeah. So there's 3 3/4, and I'm just going to come an 1/8 in from that, and then do the same 3 3/4 and come an 1/8 in. So that's our first. That's where our fold is going to be. How far they're going to come out. And right, so I was at 3 3/4. I didn't need to make a pencil mark, did I? I could have just measured it and done it, but you know what my brain's like. I might have forgot by the time I got by the time I got over here. 3/4, 1 in, and boom. Right. And then our spines are 1/2 inch, so we need a 1/4 inch. So let's line that up so it's easy for me to just go 1/4 and line that up there. That looks like it needs more, and go in 1/4, and so that will be our little feet of our flap that adheres to the spine. And then, so they'll be there. And then, yeah, they both need a flap, don't they, to adhere them to the actual folder. So now we can cut these down. And I've never done these before, like I said. I know some people used to do them all the time, they've said. I've never made one in my life. So I have made folios, though, ain't I? So it's not far off doing that, but just on a smaller scale. We'll use these later. But yeah, never done the little photo album things that was all the rage at one point. So bear with me. But I thought these are our little fight against having a Corona Christmas if we have to, you know. And even if we don't, it's nice to have little photo albums, isn't it? You send them out to your mates and things. I just think it's a nice idea. I might, if I can make enough, I might even send these instead of Christmas cards, because they get more use, don't they? But yeah, that just depends. That just depends on time scale, because yeah, it seems like everyone has a lot on, don't they? And right, I've got that little bit there and there, so then that'll sit in our 1/2 inch place, and the thing will still fold up nicely. So yeah, I'm happy with that bit. And just score, or just burnish that score, get it nice and sharp, so our little folio thing can shut properly and move nicely as well. Right. Right, so if I add them like that, and one there as well, but to keep them on the same page, what I'll make a cut there, so that they both fit inside this folio nicely, so one's overlapping the other one. So never done this bit before, but I'm guessing that this is what I should do. Right, so they'll sit like that, flush with the top and bottom. That's not flush with the top, so stick that there, and it's off. Right, hold it still. Why can't I hold it still? Right, and that one comes down to there. So that I'd have me split, wouldn't I, down there, but on the inner crease I've made, so that it will slide on and still be cool. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to just cut it, not the one I've marked, the one in from that, and I'm just going to cut down with my scissor like that and rub out my mark. Right, so if I have them two where I would have them, and one of them attaching a bit like that, I've got to go a little bit further, I think, just a touch. I don't want to go too far, and then it's more visible. Right. So again, just trial and error really, innit? Right, just in that one side, get it lined up. Yeah, that's better. Right, so on that flap, right, so that was shut. Then that one, we've got that opening and that opening until we get to that one, and we can have it the other way. And then I think I'm going to have one coming off of this crease, so I'll put them there. That's all of that size I had that I was cut off of the folio that I started with, but I don't want to cut into the other one because I want to do another one of these. So I'll use a bit of craft card. This is a bit thicker than this, but it don't matter. And so with this one, I want it pretty much from top to bottom. So we're about there. And right, how much do I need as well? I'll do it the same as I had with these. So I'll cut about there. Right. And then we'll have a nice, oh, I've made that mark so light, I can see this one, I can't see the one I've done there. Let me look round that way. Oh, there it is. I'll cut this one first, because otherwise I'm going to chop it off. And then I've got to mark it again. Right, and that one was up the top there. That's it. Right. And yeah, these bits might come in handy for something. Yeah, they might come in handy, mightn't they? So yeah, with this one, we'll just fold it in half. Oh, and put a nice crease in. And then, right, come in just a touch so that everything's not getting bunched up. And there she is. I wondered where my little octopus was. So from that mark we want 1/4 inch. Right. And right, 1, 2. I'll just pop it over. I can roughly see the lines. I can see that one. I'll open it up. Oh, right, that proper moved. there we are. 1, 2. Right, and then we've got our other flap. And yeah, we want a nice, firm, crisp crease, so we're not messing with our little thin spines too much. Once this is on there, it's nicely creased. Just sit down like that on the spine, and then we just attached there like that. So it's still fold up nicely like that, and be attached just there like that. That one looks like it could come in a little tiny bit. Right, yeah, I'm sure that'll be fine once we're all in and that, nice and tight. And right, and then we can maybe cut some holes in these that we can have pictures in, and then as well we can mat some like on to our other bits and pieces. Right, so I'm just gathering my bits back in, right, because I'm not going to glue them down because they need stuff doing to them, but just to kind of visualise what we've got going on. Right, I want it sitting like that with all our bits, and I want it opening up, and then we can have a photo there, and possibly a photo there, and then maybe one here, and then we open up and have something there, and then once we've opened that, we've got that flap and that flap that I think I want to make into pockets with holes, maybe with acetate or just with like framed, so there's bits in there, and then with this will be covered up, these will be covered up, and we'll leave our places where we can like put some photographs as well, maybe even a few pages coming off of this spine, so that a little bit of Christmas journaling can go on as well. Maybe even another one coming off that one, not sure yet, definitely one coming off there, and I don't know whether to have just this fold and then photograph, like whole, to slot ones in from the top. That might look nice like that, rather than having it come out and come out again. I just might cut a nice shape into these, and yeah, and then frame them. Right, so before we do any of that, I want to ink around everything and then cover them with some nice Christmas paper, and then cut out the holes and that before I stick it all together. I don't know whether I am complicating this situation or not. Like I said, I've never really done like with these bits and that, just for photos. But yeah, let's see how we go. Right. Whoop. So I just wanna ink all round before we put on our colour paper, because I still want some of this visible, because I love it. Love working with craft cards. I just think it's really nice, and yeah, it's fun having a folio like this, because it just straight away you're just thinking, oh, I can really make good use of that. And with this, none of it is wasted. I've got a couple of bits here that I've cut off, and we'll turn them either into frames or little extra places where you can mount your photo, or you can write something. Like, I'll put some little shapes here and there where it can be written on. And yeah, I think it's a nice little memento of Christmas, whether you're locked down or not locked down, you know. But yeah, especially if you're going back into lockdown, where a lot of places are. And they're saying, oh, if we do that, it means like we won't have to do it at Christmas. But they told us back in March that if we went into lockdown then, we'd be alright now. Or we would have got through the worst. They don't know, do they? It's a new virus, it's a new thing going on. No one really knows. And I don't know about anywhere else, but in the UK, the rules are changing constantly, and it's different rules for different areas, and then the next week something else has happened and it's a different rule, and I just can't keep up with it. So I'm doing what I always do, staying in for the most part, especially now the weather's turning. In the summer I do want to get out, and I literally had one day out, didn't I, and that's when I was robbed of my phone that I'd only had a few days, and I hadn't even started paying for it yet. That was a killer. That really was, because I'm still paying for that phone, and I've got a new phone that I'm paying for. So yeah, not fun. Not fun for me at all. Although I think this month I will have paid it off. I've got £70 more to pay for the phone that got burgled. But yeah, that wasn't fun for me. But that was my one day out of the year. Because of all this. Yeah, never mind. I'm lucky. I can't complain. I've got family around me all the time. And yeah, it's people are in a lot worse off, you know. And when, like I said, winter lockdown, that don't really bother me at all, because I rarely go out at winter. I do most of my shopping online, and yeah, it won't have no no effect on me whatsoever, not going out or nothing. It's awkward, like when you can't see your family, like when you can't go to them or have them come to you. My mum's just got back from Spain today, and she didn't even know about the new rules in this country. And because I said to her, yeah, we're in tier 2 now, Mum. And she's been in Spain for weeks. And she said, what's tier 2? What's any tiers? I've never heard of it. So clearly she wasn't getting newspapers while she was out there. And I've just had to explain to her. I've been on the phone to her for about 3/4 of an hour trying to explain it all. She's 80. And yeah, she said, oh, I should have stayed out in Spain. And to be honest, probably should have done, would have done her good, you know, instead of coming home and there's all these new rules that she don't know about. But she's got to self-isolate for 2 weeks anyway, because she's just come home from a foreign country, and that's the rules. But yeah, she was so lucky that nothing happened to her house. Her poor neighbours that live opposite her, they've got 3 small children, 3 children, and the eldest one is 5, right? So you know what it's like with their clothes and toys and whatnot. They was burgled while the parents was at work. They're only a young couple, and while they was at work, and I suppose their kids was with the minder, they got burgled. Everything's gone. The only thing that hasn't been taken from them, one of the children, her school uniform was left in the wardrobe. They must have had a removal van. They've taken everything. On the TV, because it was mounted on the wall, and they must have been watching to know when they could get in there, because it was, and there must have been a team of them. because they've took everything else other than one telly that was mounted to the wall, and yeah, the oldest child's school clothes. But all the children's clothes and shoes and toys and that, I don't know them, they haven't lived there that long. But yeah, my mum got back and was told by her friend, and so my mum went and knocked, and bless her heart, she's 80, but she gave them like a little bit of money. And I said to my mum, I don't know them, I've never spoke to them, I think I've only seen them once or twice, like in passing, but when I get paid, I'm going to go and get a little voucher for like one of the shops, like, or one of the places where you can buy, if it's say like a supermarket voucher, you can get clothes in there, can't you? That you can get, apply like a new kettle, like anything really, and just to help them out, because it's coming up to Christmas, and imagine coming home and your house has been cleared as if you're moving, and you ain't, and you've got 3 small children, they've not got a single toy left in that house. I just feel awful for them. So yeah, I said to my mum, I've got to do something. I said, because that'll play on my mind, because when I was young and I lived in my flat, my little flat in London, it was lovely, it was, I loved it there. And then my Rosie was about 2, or coming up to 2. I'd just had my Josh, and I heard him cry out for a feed at 6 o'clock in the morning. So up I got, went and got him, and I went downstairs, and like, it was like a masonette, like, so it was in a block of flats, but you had an upstairs and a downstairs. And I'd gone to bed before their dad and left him up with a friend round playing PlayStation. And I walked into my living room, and I'm not gonna lie, swore under my breath, right? And thought, look at the mess that they've made after I've gone to bed, like all annoyed. And then thought, hang on a minute, where's the telly? And then and then I realised it wasn't their dad after all. For once, I'd been robbed. And do you know what? They didn't come up the stairs, thank God, because that was where we were sleeping. But after everything that they took, like they took everything that they could carry, and even took my milk and stuff out of my, like, stuff out of my fridge and my cupboards. They took our bread, our milk and that, so I couldn't even make myself a cup of, like, coffee. And the thing that hurt me most, this was before DVDs, so I'm going back a few years, it was when we all had videos, and they took my children's collection of videos. Like, my dad, every time a new Disney one came out on video, my dad would buy a copy for his house, for when the kids are around, and a copy for my house, like, and for my sister, for her kids as well. So they had like a collection of Disney videos, and they was took, and that hurt me more than anything, because they'd stolen from me kids. But you imagine coming home and every stitch of clothing other than one child's school uniform, every toy that they owned, their shoes that they didn't have on. Imagine, sorry to go on about it, but yeah, it's really disturbed me. That, bless their hearts. Yeah, you don't know what to do you? Because I said, I wondered if any of my grandkids' clothes that they've grown out of, but some people don't like second-hand things, do they? But because I was going to ask my girls to go through the kids' clothes, but yeah, I'm not sure about that, because like, it would help them out, I would have thought. But yeah, some people don't want like second-hand stuff, so I'm not sure. I can't do a lot, but yeah, I might just get a little voucher instead, you know, because yeah, or just go out and buy the 3 children a toy. just something. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I don't want to. It's depressing to hear about it. So I am sorry. I don't want to bring you all down. But yeah, what an awful thing. But I suppose that's one of the benefits of lockdown, is that you have to stay in and say your home and your belongings are at much less risk, aren't they, if you've got to stay indoors, because they're always guarded. Right, no, it wasn't that way, it was the other way, wasn't it? Yep, I like all that. So now I've got to cut myself some bits, because we need to get these covered and stuck down before I start putting them through my big shot and cutting out my holes. So what I thought, I went through last year's Christmas cards and I really like this one, and I think I could cut it down and have that to fit on the front. So I love that red. So I want to come in a touch, don't I? Right, let's flip it over. I want to come in a touch, so it'd be about there. And right, how deep we want it. So I'm coming in, yeah, about the same. About there. I think that'll be alright, like that size. I can cut it out if I don't like it. I've got plenty other stuff, and I could just use the, what's it called? I could use just scrapbook paper and that, but I just thought, I do like to save the cards, and my mum gives me her ones as well. And yeah, I do like to use them, put them to good use, because my mum's generation, oh my goodness, she gets so many Christmas cards, it's unbelievable, mental. I think our generation have stopped doing it as much, you know, but I don't know whether to round those, some of the corners, obviously you can't there. I could with all of this, let's see, I will do that. And I think I might have this as a pocket. And so yeah, that's it nicely there. Wasn't sure to round that one. No, I won't, I'll leave that like that. But yeah, I think I'll round the corners of all the papers that I'm going to do now. So that is my cover, and then we come in and we'll have that there like that, won't we? So I've got to have something here, and then think about maybe whether I'm going to put a pocket on top or something like that. Got some lovely papers from Sue. Let's see. Right, what I think I'm going to do, because I'm really undecided whether I'm going to have that stuck down or not. I think I might have it opening out just because, really. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to have the same papers on these bits, and then we'll decide what we're having on the other bits and the flaps, you know. But yeah, if we come how we have with the Christmas card, and I'm just going to cut that, and we'll see how it looks once we've got those bits. I'm not sticking anything down yet, because things have got to be cut before they're stuck and all of that, like the holes that I want. Right, so that will fit like that and that. Right. So what I'm going to do, so I don't have to keep picking them up and sizing them and that. Right, so I'm going to cut there, and that's number 1. I'm going to go there, and this is number 2. And from there into there, 3. Right. And then, oh, this will need a bit more off the bottom as well. And then for here, we've got to there and to there as number 4. So I'm going to cut all these out now so that we're not taking 20 million years. Right, so they're cut with the corners rounded. I haven't inked yet, but I was just having a little look, a little peep what they're like. And so I think with this red being on my cover like that, that the outer covers should have this red, which is lovely. So they will all, the outside will be matching, well, not matching, but yeah, that colour scheme. I think that will be lovely. So we'll whip them over, and I'm going to do the same thing. See, over here it's obvious what numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4. On the back, I'm going to number them first. 1, 2, 3. And yeah, it's an anyway up one, which I love. And right, so no, let's come in a bit more so I can see what I'm doing. So we'll go about there. Oh, I've got to make my bottom marker, obviously that's the same for else. So that one's 1. And then from there to there, 2, and then the last one. And that's our number 3. Right. Right, so now we've got all our bits cut out. I went ahead and while I was inking, and I cut out the bits for our flaps as well. These 2 are from the smaller 6 by not 6 by 6, the little 10 centimetre by 10 centimetre ones. I don't know how many inches they are, but yeah, those perfect. This one didn't even have to do anything, just cut the corners off. So I've cut them, rounded the corners, inked all round, and before we can cut any holes anywhere, I've got to stick them all down, and then we've got to cut the holes, and then I've got to attach frames, put acetate, and then stick it all together. So I think what I'm going to do right now is just, yeah, that one's going to be a pocket, so I don't want that all the way stuck down. So that's easy peasy, that one, isn't it? Just like this, that way. And yeah, and we can't stick down some of them that are going to have where the flaps have got to go. Good job I just thought of that before I went ahead and started gluing down things left, right and centre when I'm not supposed to be. But these inner ones are going to be on top, so I can do the outsides that I haven't got any flaps on. And then once I've done them, I'll just go ahead and glue the rest, and then that's time for me to cut out the holes on my big shot, which I can't do on this desk. I'll keep it down on the floor. I'll sit and do it on the floor because it's too heavy for me to lift, and I haven't got anywhere where I have it permanent like I used to have. So, right, yeah, that's our number 1. 2 and 3. And yeah, let's grab my book that I glue stick on. I can put that away. Right, so I know we've been going for a while now, so what I think I'm going to do is probably leave you here so you're not sitting watching me just gluing like loads of stuff, and then I've got to sit and cut some holes in some of the bits, so I've got to work out where I can glue and where I can't, and then cut out holes, and then I'm going to come back once I have the holes cut and bits glued that I can glue. There'll be bits like I won't glue the flaps in or nothing. I'll come back and do that so that we're doing this together. But I mean, once you've seen me stick down one bit, you've seen me stick down 1,000, ain't ya? It's not doing anything new or different. I just thought we'd have a little craft with me chit chat while we was making this nice what's it called, folio kind of mini album journal. I'll have to think of a shorter name than that, won't I? That's a bit, yeah. It was so long I can't even remember what it was at the beginning. But yeah, it's our Corona Cruncher Christmas journal. Yeah, because we're not going to let that Corona beat us, are we? No matter where you are in the world. We're all fighting the same fight at the minute, aren't we? So yeah, Corona Crunching Christmas journal, Christmas album, Corona Crunching Christmas album. Yeah, that's it. That's what we're calling it. And yeah, this will be part 1. I can't stick down none of them yet, or that, because these flaps got to go down. So yeah, I will crack on with gluing these bits down, and yeah, then I'll have a look and see what size I can cut out, what holes I can cut out, and then I'll come back with the holes cut and us ready to move on to putting it together and sticking the rest of it in, and then knowing really where we're going from there. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you, Sue, for these lovely supplies that I'm using. I'm using a bit of everything at the minute, ain't I? So I really am grateful to you. I love you dearly. I appreciate your friendship and your kindness and everything that you are to me. So thank you, my sweetheart. And yeah, thank you all for watching and being so lovely. And I'll see you soon with part 2 of our, what's it called? Corona Crunching Christmas album. Alright then, I love you. Bye for now. Bye.